Good morning, everybody. So today, me and Jeff, we're gonna take a first crack at explaining eXp Realty 2.0 and especially the revenue share system. So I'm super excited about our company. It's keep evolving. We keep coming up with new stuff, and it's just I never been excited after in the company for the past I think 6 years. So let me tell you that. So. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Sydney. Welcome, Christina. Let's build your future with eXp Realty, right? So this presentation has been personalized and presented by me. This is not an official eXp presentation because I truly believe that if you share your story, that's really all it takes to grow the company. So a little bit about me. If y'all know my story, right? I have a really good corporate life at my W-2 job, which is Lumberjay, right? I didn't want to leave, right? I was looking for something, but this is what I keep telling myself, right? I did not want to leave a job. And then what? You're going to find yourself another job, right? An IT job for a sales job, it's just a job. So I know from Robert Kiyosaki that the rich, they never work for money. The rich, they work for only two things. They work for equity and they work for cash flow. And I just spent a lot of time. I keep searching for this thing. I don't know what it is, right? Until I met this guy called Jeff and he explained it to me, this thing called eXp Realty, right? Hey, you have equity, you have cash flow over here, right? The light bulb went off. I call eXp my home and the rest is history, right? So in the picture, it's going to be Jeff, our founder, Glenn Stanford, and then me and Jenny. So Jeff, you want to say something on this slide?
Yeah, I remember that day. That was a good day. Yeah, but yeah, no, he's right. You can build freedom a bunch of different ways. We found the last 5, 6 years that eXp is the utility vehicle that we're going to use to be able to build financial freedom. So I'm excited to help share this new RevShare 2.0.
Yep. So just a little bit about Glenn. We cannot talk about eXp without talking about Glenn Stanford, the founder, the person who started eXp Realty. And I don't know, Jeff, maybe you can tell me what is your impression with him. But for me, he actually personally invite me on his podcast. So he has a podcast, it's called Expansion. So for all the eXp Realty agent, or if you're not with eXp, you can just go to Apple Podcasts or what is it? Or Spotify, and then you can download a podcast. It's called the Expansion Podcast. And then there's gonna be an episode with me and Glenn on it, right? So Glenn personally invited me on his Spotify podcast. We have an amazing conversation. And then I tell you what, at the end of the day, at the end of the podcast, I was just like, hey Glenn, would you mind giving me a 5-star review on Google? And then boom, I get a 5-star review from Glenn, right? The founder of eXp Realty. So although he's billionaire, but from my perspective, the guy is so humble. Glenn is so humble. He's so down to earth. And he's actually a real estate agent guy. He's in our shoe, right? So he understands what you and me went to, and he built his company that way. So my impression with Glenn is like, hey, this is actually a guy who really down to earth, that really spending his time to help all the real estate agent out there. So Jeff, you have any comment?
Yeah, I like Glenn. He's a visionary. He's like a Elon Musk type mindset. He's always looking to innovate and things like that. And I really like that he was an agent just like we were. He built his team on online leads and just crushed it in real estate. And then we found a better model and innovated it and brought it to the real estate market.
Yep. So love the guy. Super humble, super down to earth. So in the next 40 minutes, me and Jeff, we're gonna try our best to explain to you. I believe it's gonna be 4 3 pillars when it's gonna come to eXp Realty. Number one is our model, right? What is our product, our tool? What do we offer to eXp to the Asian community? Our ecosystem, right? This is now an international company. We have so many products, we have so many tools within our own ecosystem to help you sell more house. And especially the number one question whenever I go talk to agent, they always ask me about training, about support, about mentorship. So we're gonna touch on it as well. And especially at near the end of the presentation, our compensation model, right? Our very competitive commission structure, especially the 2.0 revenue share that me and Jeff, we're gonna take a crack at it. And the stock equity program is it's like the unspoken, like nobody talk about like the 5% program, but that is personally for me is like one of the things that kind of changed the entire financial game for me and my family. These are the three things that we're going to discuss in the next 40 minutes. So just a little bit of history about eXp, and let me just brag a little bit about our company. We are founded in the cloud on 2009, and fast forward until 2022, 2023, we have almost 90,000 agents now, right? In 24 global markets. We have success coaching, we have eXp Global, we have eXp Commercial, we have eXp Luxury, we have the Revenues program that provide lead for our agent. We have so many tool and product, and especially with a publicly traded company, the product and the amount of savings that they're able to pass on to us is just massive, right? A model to proven to thrive in all market conditions, right? Remember, we started when the market was in a shit show on 2009 right here. Yeah, so fast forward, this is now a global company. Jeff, you want to ask anything?
Yeah, I was going to say that I think the biggest growth was about 2015. They introduced the Icon program. I'm an 8-time Icon. Huey's a 5-time Icon agent. Together, we have earned our cap back 12 times. So it's incredible that they did that for the top. They did that to recruit top agents, and it really helped in 2015. There's a big spurt in the growth.
There you go, full screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, fast forward, right? This is not only a US company, this is now a global company. So not only we have a presence in the United States, but also the United Kingdom, a lot of European company, and especially Brazil, right? I have an amazing executive assistant, and she's from Brazil. And I connected her with a broker in Brazil, and now they have a conversation, right? The broker in Brazil is helping my executive assistant the step for her to get her real estate license in Brazil. And then all of a sudden, I can, to my executive assistant, I can open up a Brazil market. So if you just stop a moment and think about it, right? A guy from Houston can actually operate and open up a market in Brazil. That is unheard of, right? Use your unfair advantage. If people from Spain, from Colombia, from Germany, from New Zealand, from Chile, man, the world is your oyster at eXp Realty, right? The ability for you to expand globally is just so massive here at eXp Realty. Yeah. And then let me just brag a little bit about our company, right? I think when I joined, Jeff, when you joined, how big is the company?
Yeah, there was about 1,800 agents in the company, and then there was about 21, 22 agents in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, 18,000 agent, right? I cannot,
1,800, yeah.
1,800, I cannot comprehend that. Versus now we are approaching 90,000 agents, right? Our mission is 1 million agent in 10 years in 100 countries, and we're gonna get there with or without you. I truly believe this model is a life-changing model for us. Yeah. As far as transaction, right? Not only we grow across all the continent, but when you actually look at the transaction, right? We are voted by the Power Broker #1 in transaction volume, #4 in sale volume. Jeff himself, he's actually the #1 standard selling team in eXp Realty. How many transactions that you do, Jeff?
Yeah, in 2022, so just a couple of years ago, we did about almost 750 transactions, about 180 million. That's across 4 different cities. So that was a really cool thing. That was Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Corpus. So we crushed it now for sure.
Holy moly. Wow. Yeah. So not only with agent count, as far as transaction, man, so many people is doing amazing thing, closing a bunch of transactions right here. And those are the people you associate with, right? You don't want to mastermind with people who close 1 or 2 deals. All those, we would love to help them. But when it comes to mastermind, I always look for a room with people who smarter than me. And that I can find it here. I can find it my home here with Team Legacy, with eXp Realty, because the people around me, they're always smarter than me. And that's always motivate me to get to the next level. Yeah. So just to dive in a little bit into our tech and our technology, we have so many things, but I'm gonna keep it super simple for you guys today. There's only 2 things that you guys need to know, right? #1, the exp.world, right? This is our metaverse. This is gonna be your cloud campus. It's powered by Frame by Verbella, which is a company owned by eXp. You don't even have to download the software anymore. You can access this thing anywhere with a browser. So you go to Chrome, go to Internet Explorer, go type in exp.world, and immediately you get access to our virtual world, right? You have access to the broker so that you can have real-time broker support, right? There's 80 hours of live training every week, right? And one of my favorite, every Friday, if I have time, I always jump into the big agent meeting on Friday, right? This is where all the company come together, the executive, they come up on the stage. thinking about running $100,000, a brokerage with 90,000 agent would almost would less overhead, right? And we run it to eXp World. So the more you use it, the more you can get out of it, right? I get support from my broker. I hang out with my agent over here. It's just a lot you can do within the virtual campus. So that's the one key takeaway for everybody today. If there's nothing else, go to exp.world and start training, start talking to your broker right now. And then as far as training, 80 hours of live training. If you go to expcloud.com, you can access our calendar. For example, I just pulled up today, starting from 1 a.m. There's actually a class at 1 a.m. on UK already. If you have problems sleeping, you can go to the UK campus and then you can start learning about the UK market over there. So the class is already started at 1 a.m., at 6 a.m., and then as of right now at 10 a.m., right? We have an eXp Canada Expand live on the cloud that you can come in. And then there's just so many training and training after training, right? You almost have to pick and choose because there's no way for you to access to learn 80 hours of live training every week, right? So you have to pick and choose your track and then really focus on it, right? And not only that, our state broker, later on, I'm gonna touch on our state broker. We have our own Texas training calendar for those that is in Texas, or if you are from a different state, make sure you plug into your state. They have their own training calendar with classes related to your state. So make sure you always have to plug into the eXp national training calendar and then to your state training calendar. Yeah. And then the second thing that I want everybody to get out today is workplace, right? There's two things, exp.world and there's workplace, right? Workplace is a very easy to use collaboration tool, and everybody here on the call is familiar with it because it just looks like Facebook and it's developed by Facebook, right? This is where you get to connect and chat with other eXp Realty agent, right? And if you don't use it, let me show you how do you miss out, right? Look at this. Hey, this is Brandon from Charlotte. I found you on eXp Workplace Icon Group, right? I have a referral in Houston that you might be interested in. Please give me a call to discuss. And because I'm very active in Workplace, I'm very active in the Icon Group, people find me, people see me and send me referral. And this simple text end up to be an $800,000 deal that I was able to close 2 years ago. And just by being active on Workplace, because there's nobody else is active on it. So if you are with eXp Realty right now, please get on Workplace, get active, post something meaningful. Make sure people don't spam people, right? We don't like spam, but make sure you post something meaningful, some value-added content, and make sure people see you and remember you. List a state, right? For me, I'm the cash flow agent in Houston. Jeff, if you have any success story on Workplace, please share with people.
Having a large team, it has its benefits because we get referrals all the time. Clay Pope, he's in West Texas, guy. He had a client sell his oil company and he's moving to Houston and we're searching right now. His budget's up to 3 million. So
yep.
Look at that. A message, and he saw that he's in our downline, but he saw that my name had a 8-time icon agent in it, just like Hui says 3-time. So that's gonna be great for everyone, really. And he'll get a nice referral on that one too.
There you go. Just get on Workplace and you network outside a company and you network inside a company, right? This is a big ecosystem. Make sure everybody in the company who know who he is, they know who Jeff is, they know who Christina is, they know who Jim is, right? Because that will come with referral. Yeah. And then we have a lot of community, right? So I believe that within eXp, this is your big home, and then eventually you found your own home, right? So we have a lot of group related to, let's say I'm very active in one eXp, which is our diversity and inclusive initiative, right? And then we always, when I onboard agent, I always talk about eXp extended a hand, right? We have, like during Hurricane Harvey or during a lot of crisis, we actually raise money, and then whoever encounter a hardship, eXp, they're gonna have an application for you to apply, and they actually help you financially for you to get to those hardship. And I don't think, this is a stuff that we don't talk about, but I don't think any other company, they actually very active in this, right? I'm very active in the D&I, in the diversity and inclusive. If this example doesn't show you how diversity our company is, and then I don't know what will, right? So be active, promote diversity, promote inclusivity, and then you're gonna see the result is gonna roll in, right? So big, right? So give your heart out. The more you give, the more you get. So don't think about the get. Just keep giving into our company, pour into our agent, and then see the magic happen. And then talking about lead, there's so many programs right now for you, the agent, to generate lead, right? So we have KB Call, which is an amazing tool for you. They have IDX, they link up with your local MLS. I can show you an example of my site. I use it to generate lead. The eXp marketing is super amazing. We have so many solutions. When you go to solution.expretailer.com, there are so many products for you to help you generate lead. And especially, I'm gonna let Jeff talk about the Revenues program, because this program alone, if you get certified for it, man, the lead, it just keep round robin into you, and then it's just really cool. So Jeff, you want to take over?
Yeah, man, the Revenues program, eXp, is different than most relocation programs out there that real estate companies have, because eXp is constantly trying to connect with large companies and large relocation companies and large banks, and they're doing the heavy lifting for you. Then they're inking the deal for you, and then you just sign up, get Revenues training, and they just start introducing you to clients and giving you properties to list and sell and stuff like that. So it's a heck of a lot different than any other relocation or referral program that any company's done, because they're out there getting the client for you, and then they're introducing them to you. So I've done over 150 BPOs just this year on properties. Of those 150 BPOs, I think we have about 10 listings. We have listings Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, but just from that one Revenues. But keep in mind, we're getting leads off of the my thing is, I want to sell 100 houses, I just need you to get 30 listings. 30 listings turn into 30 buyers. 30 buyers turns into 30 other transactions. There's 90 deals. So we're well on our way to over 100 deals just on the Revenues program with eXp this year. So keeping us busy for sure.
Man. Okay, so if you haven't get anything out of this presentation, please go to Workplace, please search for Revenues, and please sign up for the one that best fit you, right? We have relocation, we have IO, we have Affinity, we have Express Offers, so many programs that you can sign up for on Revenues. So this is an example of my KB Core site, right? I branded the cash flow shop. So yes, eXp, they let you brand your own name. So let's say if you're going to bring your broker over here, you can totally keep your logo, right? Just keep it compliant. Let's say the cash flow shop broker by eXp, and then the size is totally for you to customize, right? I focus on investment property. All my church, all my listing is gonna be related to helping serving investor versus, let's say, a first-time home buyer, right? So it's totally up to you on how you want to custom your KB Core site. Right. Marketing center, I really like it because I work with a lot of listing. Whenever I have a listing, guys, they integrate it with the local MLS here, which is HAR. And then I'm going to have my open door sign. I'm going to have my listing template. I have all the flyer for social media. I have everything I need without touching even a mouse button to get it, right? The moment you get your listing on HAR or your local MLS, eXp Marketing Center, they have all the flyer, everything you need for you to start market your listing. And I think this is really cool. And I don't know why not a lot of people, they mention this enough. Yeah. And then there you go, Jeff, institutional investment service. If you don't mind taking over. Yep.
Like I said, it's a lot different because traditionally you're going out there and you're trying to find these big, large institutional buyers, but eXp, they've hired a bunch of people. I don't know whether on salary or they're just getting pieces of the referrals or whatever, but all these agents that work for eXp, Mark is one of them right there. He is going out, and these guys already have relationship with these large institutional buyers. They're simply inking a deal with eXp Realty specifically, and then they're getting agents into training programs to help work with that client specifically. All clients work a little bit different. Once you do like their specific training for that specific company, you are then open to receiving those referrals. So you'll start doing some BPOs, you'll start doing some CMAs for them, and just get plugged in right away. And it's not just Houston. That's the thing about me. I always advertise and market myself city-side properties, but we are in 4 or 5 cities. So we've done BPOs in Dallas, done BPOs in San Antonio, and a bunch here in Houston. So it's really something that if you're with eXp and you're not involved in this, you're straight up missing out. And I just found out about it because I'm just always plugged into the company. I'm always on Workplace. I'm always on the meetings, the big agent meetings and stuff like that. A lot of people say they're struggling with their business, but man, if you just get involved with this part of eXp, you can stay pretty busy.
Yep, and this is all part of the Revenues program. So in Revenues, they have so many sub-programs, and eXp Institutional Investment Service is just one of it. So make sure you guys plug in. And then, yeah, so just a little bit about Revenues, right? They have Affinity, they have Relocation, IO, Express Offer, eXp Institutional. And where do I find this thing? is all on Workplace, right? So make sure you download the app, right? That's a very easy app for you to download on Facebook. Make sure you download it on your phone, on your computer, and then just plug in, get certified, and see the lead rolling into you. And then talking about a little bit about training, right? eXp University. If you know, I don't know anything about you guys, but when I started, I still have a full-time job, right? So a lot of time I'm in my 9 to 5 job, I cannot attend a live meeting, right? They always have it recorded. So if you miss something, make sure you go to Workplace again, go to eXp University, and then all the training is going to be recorded. Then they even organize it for you. So if you want to learn about short-term rental, there's going to be some class about short-term rental. If you want to work with first-time home buyer, there's going to be some class about first-time home buyer. So pick the track that you want to focus on and then make sure you finish the series. If you jumped around, there's going to be so many stuff in here and it's going to get you really confused. So focus on your niche. And then I mentioned a little bit about the state broker. Guys, we pay 20% to eXp. They use it to pay the state broker, right? So you make sure that you leverage a broker team. They are so amazing. They know the contract more than me, more than you, more than anybody here in this call, right? We even have study support, right? The broker hotline. Whenever I have a problem with my contract, I always hop to exp.world and then I go in there and there's always a broker in front of me and then I can ask him or her all kind of questions. So if you're not in Texas, there's gonna be a group, a workplace group for your state. Make sure you plug in, get to know your broker. If you get to know people around you, life is gonna be much, much easier. But just to make a point that the broker support here is absolutely amazing. So you make sure that you plug into them. Just to wrap it up on the first section of the presentation, right? There are so many things, eXp University, the mentorship, the mastermind here is amazing, and the broker support. Don't get confused. There's only two things that you need to know, exp.world and eXp Workplace, right? I think I beat on the horse enough. Make sure you have those two notes, and then whenever you need something, that is the only two places that you go there and get all the support you need. So take Michael Jones, for example, right? Michael Jones, he's a new agent. He's the broker owner. He come in here. He leveraged all the support at eXp. He leveraged the training. He's here on this training right now. And then he is a very successful broker owner, right? Because he leveraged the system over here at eXp, right? He was able to call me because I mentor everybody in my group, right? I offer him with investment advice. He was able to thrive and grow a lot, so much faster in our environment because he know how to take leverage of everything around here. So Jeff, I don't know if you want to take a crack at eXp commercial and eXp luxury because I'm actually not certified enough to talk about these two. So maybe just briefly tell people what these two are.
Yeah, so eXp Commercial, it's an entirely own entity, really. And eXp Luxury is part of eXp Realty as well. But basically, eXp Commercial, you can visit that website, but it's one of the only commercial companies where you have a true cap. Most commercial companies, you're on a 50-50 or 60-40 split, and that just never stops. That split is always there because of the overhead with the large commercial buildings that they're in and stuff like that. But eXp, one of the biggest benefits of eXp Commercial is the fact that it's a capping company. People pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to be with a commercial broker when at eXp they can pay, I think it's 20 grand cap. And then the luxury division is same thing. It's almost like the institutional fund where eXp Realty corporate side is targeting just the higher end market and getting training and specifically training for across borders for sure, because one thing about eXp Luxury is it has its own site to where you can search for luxurious property around, the multiple countries that we're in. So that's big as well. But both of these are entities within eXp, and you can just take advantage of them as well. Just add those as spokes in the wheel for you to traditionally get business from. Again, we have a lot of eXp commercial agents in our group. When I get commercial leads, I just send them out to Kai or Mickey or whoever focused on that. I haven't focused on commercial yet. I'm just been too busy building up the team. But I am a part of eXp Luxury, and you have to get certified and sell some larger, higher end properties, and then you get plugged into them. So when a luxury buyer is coming from overseas or in your local market, and eXp needs to match them up with a luxury agent, if you're a part of that group, you have chances of getting some large buyers and sellers as well.
There you go. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, for
Yep.
eXp Luxury, definitely hit on with Jeff. My last closing was $125,000 house. So
Yeah.
let me work my way up there, Jeff.
No, it's good. Amanda, now we didn't use eXp Luxury, but We just gave props to Amanda. She just closed about almost a $6 million house in
I saw that.
Realty.
Congratulations. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man,
So
here I
great.
am with my $120,000 house, try to, fix it up and sell for $300,000, which is still good, but luxury is better. So make sure you get in touch with us and learn about luxury. So moving on. Yeah. And Jeff, this is also your slow, and I
Yeah.
think slide is gonna be you. Yeah. Because I believe, Jeff, one of the reasons that you move over to XP is because this is the largest independent brokerage on the planet, right? We don't have a franchise model. So with you, with your growth team, you can actually sell houses in all the state in the United States and in all the city you want. Would you mind explaining that a little bit?
Yeah, no, I was one of the first agents at eXp to create an expansion team. So essentially, we're just copy and paste what we're doing in Houston, and we paste it into the Dallas market first, right? And then from the Dallas market, we'll find local leaders there, and they'll say, "Hey, this is what we're doing in Houston. Here's our listing presentation, our buyer presentation, our scripts, our lead sources, our where we order our signs. I mean, everything. I just need a local leader there to help me build that out." And so after a few interviews, we find a leader, and then we start building not only their downline, but we start building our team. So we copy and paste that into the San Antonio market, Austin market, Corpus Christi market. But technically, if I wanted to, we are in 24 countries. So we could do this. We find a leader in Brazil or wherever, or we can do this across borders, which is really, like I said, one of the larger reasons where I decided to move my team from we were at Keller Williams, and they're just a locally they're a great company but they're locally confined to a certain market center. And if you wanted to branch out, let's say if I wanted to branch out and I was at Keller and I wanted to branch out to Dallas or Austin, that's a whole nother franchise owner that I'm going to have to pay for that market. So it didn't make sense to even try to do it. So once we joined EXP and it was not a franchise model, we just immediately started going into other markets, which again, you can do that too. Even if you're on here and you're in a smaller market with not that many agents, open up a team in a bigger market. You can do it with eXp.
Man, this just blow my mind, Jeff, because
Yeah.
coming from an investor standpoint, right? I never focus on building a team, but just seeing you doing that, it just totally blow my mind. And by the way, thank you so much for actually teaching it to the people in my group, to the leader in my group. And now all of a sudden, I have team leader in my group actually duplicated what Jeff does, and then they doing the same thing.
Yeah,
So thank
everyone can do
you
it.
so
It's
much for doing that.
traditionally you have to find an office and find a broker and do a franchise agreement, and then you build all this structure and these systems and pour all this money. And then you can start finding agents, but not anymore. You find a good agent and you start get going. You get going in that
Yeah.
market.
Yeah, and then Jeff he actually opened his book and actually show my team leader on how to do it, which is I'm very thankful for because not a lot of people is they willing to open the book of business and show that with you. So just to speak to the amount of collaboration and just the how connected people around here, especially in Team Legacy, in Jeff group, in my group, we really try to help each other out. So take two and for example, the top 50 Asian USA in 2022. $30 million producer. I think she produced way more than it now, right? But she tell me that the national and international collaboration has brought her so much business than ever, right? The referral, again, get on workplace because she make herself as, hey, if you want to move to Dallas, you talk to me, right? And she make it very clear on all her social media. She make it clear on workplace. And guess what? All the referral is pouring into her, right? So make sure you take fully leverage of that. And here's our leader, Jeb Weisbier. Thank you, Jeb. All of this thing, it could not started without you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, we built it, and then you're doing a phenomenal job at leading it and creating your own group. And that's what we're trying to do. I'm an open book. As most people, if they're in a smaller, locally confined brokerage, it's almost bad to be really open with people because they're going to be going to the same listings that you are and working the same buyers you are. And it just creates this competition within the brokers. It's just not the way to do it anymore. So now with EXP, we're an open book. So copy and paste it into anybody's business.
Yep. Super excited for that. Yeah. And then just to briefly talk a little bit about the team at eXp, right? We have the domestic team, we have the self-organized team, which is what I really love right now, right? Because basically it's a self-organized team, right? So in addition to be a solo agent, hey, if I want to go to Vietnam, if I want to need a buyer agent, if I need to have a listing agent, I can just self-organize my team, right? So the rule is much more flexible. or you can do like Jeff. So maybe Jeff, you can talk a little bit about the standard team and the mega icon team and how team leader can actually benefit here at eXp.
Yeah, whatever team you have, if it's the EXP has a place for you basically. So the like he said, he has a self-organized team. It's a free for all, but you can do what you want with your splits because everyone's on a full cap. There's no cap discounts. On a standard team, you have the ability to do a cap discount. So you can have a bunch of agents on an $8,000 cap, but
Yep.
there's always if they're taking advantage of a lower cap, there's always going to be a split to the team lead.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're open to that. And then the mega team for agents that I think it's 40 million or 100 and something deal, 175 deals a year. If they've done that within the last 2 years, they can actually get approved to give out half caps and quarter caps. So quarter caps, you can find agents that are on a 4K cap. So those are perfect for agents that are part-time. They want to do real estate, but they got a full-time job. They're teachers or they got a 9 to 5 job, but they want to get their feet wet in real estate. I tell them that's no problem. Come on here. You have a 4K cap, so you don't have to have a large cap, and then work with you. And with the mega icon team, they can go from a 4K cap uh, back to a 16K cap. That doesn't matter. They can bounce around. But if there's a team out there that is not with EXP, they launched a Thrive program. It's essentially a program. All these big people want all these special deals at these companies, and a lot of companies are doing it, right? And EXP was like, we have our model speaks for itself. We don't really need to do that. But now what they're doing is if they look at your team and everything, or boost program right here on the independent brokerages, but essentially it's a one-off per team and per brokerage. But they'll look at your team, they'll look at the numbers, the closings, your expenses, and they'll offer you pretty much an incentive package to join eXp. That's exactly how it is. And it's like a no obligation thing. I've gotten a few of my broker buddies, hey, if you can fill out this Google form for me and upload your transactions, I can get that to eXp's legal team and they can reach back out to you and offer you an incentive package for you to move your company over. You don't have to take it. It's just something you good to look at. And I've had a lot of brokers do that. And they do the same thing with teams. So it's
So Thrive is for team, Boost is for brokerage. So if you are not with eXp and you run a really good team with high production, or if you run a brokerage, with really good production, really big number of agents, reach out to us, reach out to me, reach out to Jeff, reach out to your sponsor, right? eXp can offer you, right, a package that might be beneficial to you. You don't have to take it, but hey,
it's always good to look at. That's what I tell them.
Always good to look
at. You
at.
got a team, you got 15 agents. I'm sure you're drowning in overhead. Let's see if the eXp business model works for you. Just fill out this Google form and take a look at it. If you don't like it, that's fine. Don't worry, I'll follow up, kind of thing.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of an example of the mega icon team leader, nothing speak the volume better than Tao at the Win Group. She's the number 8 team in Houston, ranked by the Houston Business Journal. Man, her production is absolutely crazy, right? And this is what she told me. eXp allowed me to have $4,000 cap, which is really cheap, guy. It allowed it to my agent and help team leader, right? Team leader, at the end of the day, we're going to net more because you have no idea how expensive it is to run a team. So the mega icon team, especially for team that have a lot of production, the mega icon team is like a no-brainer. So talk to me, talk to Tao. We have the playbook. We're willing to open our book and help you with a setup, right? So that way you can run a very profitable team. It doesn't make sense to make $100,000 and spend $99,000, right? Let's make $100,000 and let's keep all of it. Why not? So how many success stories you need to hear before you need to make your move? For Kai, the Revenues program, again, if you plug into Revenues, a lot of us here does, it's a game changer for your business. So much lead is going to come from it. I love Joanna. Joanna, man, she milked me. She leveraged me, right? She called me. She blew up my phone. I love it because every time she called me to a training, every time she asked me to do a video, I have a chance to train all her team. I have a chance to train her group, and she learn and she grows so much with me because she know how to leverage me. So leverage the people around you, right? Three-time icon team leader, 5-time icon team leader. These are the high color people in my group, right? And then there you go, start with his desk there looking at you, right? eXp commercial luxury. For him, it's a lifetime opportunity, right? He's building it out. He done project development. How many success story that you need to hear before you make your own? right? Super, super excited to be able to partner with all of these amazing people in my group, right? Don't partner with me, partner with these people. I would love for you to connect. I would love to connect them with you. And then I just want to bring up healthcare because nobody mentioned healthcare, but it's really important. eXp, they offer healthcare for our agents. So I'm not qualified to talk about it. But if healthcare is what you're looking for, get to me. I can get you to the correct person. Instead of going to the marketplace and buying some random plan, I have so many amazing stories from eXp Healthcare. Jeff, if you remember who's that guy that
Yeah.
Terry, you have Terry's story that you can share?
I don't, it was, there's a few. The latest one was with one of our agents.
Amy, yeah.
Yeah, she had an accident actually in her home, and man, she got wiped out for probably 4 or 5 months. I mean, it was terrible, but luckily she's alive and well, and she got a six-figure bill, and because she was on the group rate that eXp offers with the different healthcare out there, I think she paid maybe a few $1,000s out of pocket. It was incredible. And that would have traditionally, if you're a self-employed person and you do something like that, that most of the time will wipe you out.
Yeah.
Because she had eXp healthcare and everything that really took care of her. So there's a lot of success stories, but the long story short, it's a big group. The more people that join the healthcare with eXp, the cheaper it's going to be for everyone. I think there's 15,000 agents on the healthcare. So it's just 9 times out of 10, it'll be a cheaper option for you.
Yeah. How could I forgot Amy's story, right? Terrible accident, but thankfully eXp Healthcare. Hey, at least she walked out of the hospital without worrying about the bill because they take care almost like she told me like 95% of it, which
Yeah,
is
it was crazy.
really great.
It was incredible. So
Yep. Yep. All right, jumping into what excited us the most, right? Is the Icon Award, right? Jeff is the 8-time Icon Award, and I am the I'm 5-time Icon Award, right? So what do you get with that, right? You of course you're gonna get trophy, you're gonna get recognition, but what's better than that? The $16,000 that you pay into EXP, you have a chance to earn it back in form of company stock, right? Remember, this is a publicly traded company. And the $8,000, the moment you hit Icon, they're gonna give it right back to you. And then there's gonna be culture requirement. And trust me, guys, it's so easy, it's so fun to do this culture requirement. All you need to do is conduct training like this or teach a class. Basically, you have to demonstrate yourself. Hey, I'm a good EXP agent. Not only I do production, but then I'm willing to share my knowledge with my EXP fellow. And that's all EXP want, to create a community. So by doing that, by sharing what you earn $4,000 back by the culture requirement, and then the other 2,000, we have event like the EXP rally, and especially I'm so excited for the EXP Con in Miami coming up in November. Right, you go there, you have fun, you connect with a lot of top producer, and then you get $2,000 back. For me, the Icon agent, and also the 5% program, you have the option to contribute your commission, and then the EXP they're gonna use it to buy the stock at a 5% program discount. Those are for me, it's life changing. Yeah. So yeah, the Asian Equity Commission Program that we talk about is completely optional, but 5% of your commission, you can use it to send it back to EXP, and EXP is going to use it to buy the stock at a 5% discount, right? Your first transaction, you get $200 worth of EXPI. When you cap, you get another $400 of EXPI. And then when the agent that you sponsor close their first deal, you get another $400 of stock, right? I know these are just like $100 here, $400 here. But guys, if you just keep doing that year over year, these things they accumulate into like a number. When you open up your bank account, it's gonna shock you, right? The power of compound interest, the power of appreciation. Just don't touch it, just let it there. This is life-changing money, like right here. Jeff, any comment?
yeah, no, it is. I mean, you would do this at any other brokerage. You would sell houses. You would tell people about the company. You would try to help agents sell their house. And the brokerage would be like, high five, here's maybe you'll get a $5 gift card to Starbucks. But if you sit there and do this every single year, after 2, 3 years of you doing what you're supposed to be doing anyway, and you start accumulating this stuff, you have a pretty large nest egg.
Yep. And these are already proven model, right? These are publicly traded company. These are not penny stock. These are not private share, which is worthless in my opinion. These are publicly traded share that is trading on the Nasdaq right now. You can go to
Yeah,
E-Trade.
it's not just EXPI is a multi-billion-dollar company. You're getting EXPI shares. You're not getting eXp Realty shares. There's a lot of companies out there imitating companies offering private shares, but I'll tell you, 100% of zero is zero. So you got to watch out for that.
Yep. Awesome, right? So now here come the most exciting thing of the week, right? The eXp Revenue Share 2.0, right? And I'm gonna let a comment from May to lead us into this transaction because she's telling me like, hey, Revenue Share has really changed my life, not in a way that I make more money, but in a way that I can prioritize things, right? I can choose to take off from production when I need it. She was pregnant, she was having a baby, she needs to spend more time with her family. She have an option to slow down on her production, although she's a freaking full-time icon agent and a top 250 agent in the company, right? She have an option to slow down on her production, right? Just like Jeff. Jeff, by the way, Amanda, congratulations for having a newborn baby, right? You can have an option if you choose to slow down your production, right? And that will not affect your lifestyle because you have the revenue share system at eXp, and now it's gonna get even way better, right? So the revenue share for attracting new agent, right? Remember, before you cap, right? You're gonna put 20% into the company. Out of this 20% that eXp take, they will take half of it, which is 10% to run for the company, right? To pay for the state broker, to pay for the legal team, to pay for all the service that you are using right now. And then the other 50%, they are committed to give it all of it back to you and me, the agent, right? So on tier one, I'm gonna have let me bring up a very simple example right now, right? Let's say we close a deal, his gross commission check is $10,000. I'm gonna keep 8,000, right? This is my 80%, and I'm gonna give eXp 20% before I cap, right? So 2,000. Hey, eXp, thank you for supporting me with my business. Here is my $2,000 before I cap. Out of that $2,000, right? Jeff, because he sponsored me, I get paid $175. And the person who directly sponsors Jeff is gonna get $200 or plus bonus, guy. I forgot to mention the bonus, 175 plus the bonus. And the person who directly sponsors Jeff is gonna get $200 plus the bonus, right? Because that is gonna be on the second level, so on and so on, right? Go all the way to the seventh level. Any comment here, Jeff?
Yeah, this has changed our life for sure. But the biggest thing that they changed about it was they made it more top heavy, which I really like because if I
Yep.
can recruit, we knows Christina and we all know each other and we're all sitting there 1, 2, and 3 just supporting each other, we should get bigger piece of the pie there. The people and the other revenue share companies that claim they share out revenue share like us, it's just not the same. They are it's just different. They opened it up now to where as soon as you join, you're going to get paid on the people that you attract, the people that you help them attract, and then even the people that they attract. Incredible. I like how they made it a lot more top heavy now. So you get paid in proportion to the amount of work that you specifically put in.
Yep. Yeah. So we're probably gonna do like another 30 minute of a revenue share deep dive. But for now, since we're running out of time, this is the simplest example that you can comprehend on, right? Out of that $2,000, EXP, they're gonna use $1,000 to run the brokerage. And out of that, you're gonna get paid according to the level that you have. And Jeff say, one of the biggest chances that we make is that we eliminate the FLQA on tier 1, 2, and 3. So all of a sudden, the moment you join eXp, your tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 get unlocked. So if your agent attract another agent and that agent attract another agent and they close deal, all of us is going to get paid, right? And then on tier 4, it's just 5 agents, right? And then on tier 5, it's just 10 agents, right? Trust me, I've been doing this for 7 years now. This is very attainable. So almost a given if you focus on revenue share, all your tier 1 and tier 5 is going to be open. And I cannot imagine to see when they actually put in the implementation actually on May 9th. I cannot imagine to see what is my check would look like.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of agents. They'll recruit 4 or 5 agents, but one of those agents will just go crazy and recruit 50 agents. And
Yep.
Since we've been with the company, if you haven't yourself gotten 15, 20 agents personally, you're not getting paid on your second, third level. So now that they've opened up that, it's just more of an incentive to share the company. It's confusing, right? Look at it. I'm confused. I've been here almost 8 years. That's confusing to me. That shows me nothing. But long
Just
story
keep it
short,
simple.
just
Keep it
share.
simple.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. Just share
Yep.
the message. Just like you probably should if you're excited about something, you share it. If you make that a part of your business model, go after sellers, go after buyers, go after a good agent on the other side of the deal, and then you make that a part of your business. All that stuff will accumulate. That compound interest will change your life.
Yep. And this is just an example, right? Transparency is probably one of the core value. Is not probably transparency is the core value at eXp. So when you log into your revenue share dashboard, you see exactly what's going on. So this is just an example. This is not an income claim, right? You need to attract productive agent. If you attract 334 non-productive agent, you get paid zero, right? So
Yeah.
your pay is going to depend on the productivity of your agent, right? But let's say, for example, this is just an example for this particular person. He has about 334 people in his group, right? This is still running the old model. So he's not even have his fourth level unlocked yet, right? Because his LQA is only 13. He get paid consistently month over month, an average of $10,000 every month, right? If this is not life-changing money for you, I don't know what else is. This just
Yeah.
most when I see this model, when Jeff showed me the money, when Amanda showed me the model, and I was like, where do I sign up? Hey, I love selling houses, but I know I need to be able to exit, right? I need a way out. And this is one of my way out.
Yeah, now that this agent has 13 FLQAs, once they implement the new structure on the 9th, you see those levels. If you can use your cursor and show levels 4, 5, and 6. How many
Yep.
agents is that? It's almost
Woo.
50%. It's probably 40% of your group or whoever's group this is, right?
Yep.
All of a sudden, though, that's going to be unlocked. All 4, 5, and 6, because he has 13 now. All those are going to be unlocked. It's going to be a huge difference for him and going to get that agent more excited, and it's going to be great. Just so a couple days away.
Yep. And look at this, get paid now, right? So tempted. We are so tempted to click on this button. So
It's
if you
only a
actually click on
dollar. Do it.
yeah. So if you click on get paid now, we have some other people that try to enter a company. You actually get the money deposit into your account within 8 hours. That is just mind blowing, right? I try not to do that because if I have, a lot of money that I don't need to, I'm gonna end up spending it on something really dumb, right? But just this is an option. If you really need the money now, you can click on get paid now, and then they actually will pay out all the revenue share. You don't have to wait until the 22nd of every month. So I think this is a little dangerous. I'm gonna try to delete that button on my end.
Yeah, it's great. You truly are acting, you
Like a
know,
broker.
like a broker. As soon as an agent that you included in the EXP closes a deal and their file closes out, you can get paid. And like the
Yep.
day, it's pretty cool.
Yep. But yeah, just to wrap it up, this is one of the biggest concern, 80-20 split. There's no special treatment. I don't care if you new, I don't care if you close 100 deal. You're gonna come here at EXP and our split is gonna be 80-20. $16,000 cap, and after that, you earn 100% commission for the remainder year. Your transaction fee after you cap is gonna be 250. After you become icon, which is another 20 transaction, that fee dropped to $75, which is so cheap. And then the standard cost is gonna cost you $149 to join, $85 per month plus tax. So I think in taxes it come out to be about like $90 for the cloud brokerage fee. And guys, this is gonna pay for your KV core. This is gonna pay for training. This is gonna pay for everything that we just talked about in the last hour, right? Just $85 a month. And then whenever you have an executed contract, our broker team, they're gonna take $25 transaction review fee to make sure you do your paperwork correctly, you don't get in trouble. That's only $25 per transaction per deal. And then there's gonna be a $60 E&O fee per transaction, and it's gonna cap at $750 per year, right? So the moment you hit your cap, everything, all the fee go away. So super, super, super affordable, and I would say super valuable compared to everything that eXp has to offer you, right? Like Jenny, for example, right? Jenny told me that this model has allowed her the time freedom for her to visit her mom every year for the Lunar New Year in Vietnam, right? And last year, she even cashed out some stock and she rebuilt her childhood home in Vietnam. And then she also buy her dad a house in the US so he doesn't have to rent, right? Who would like to have that success story, right? Who would like to talk with her and let her show you how you're gonna be able to do that in EXP, right? So yeah, so I think that is the end of the presentation. I hope you find this presentation valuable. I hope that you're gonna, build your future here with us, with Team Legacy, with me, with eXp Realty, with my leader. So talk to your sponsor and apply now at john.exprealty.com. Any comment to close it out, Jeff?
No, that is it. It is a mouthful. It's a lot. There's so much that EXP gives you as value, so it's hard to explain it all in one session. So may be good for us to do this every now and then. And even if you're at eXp and you've been with eXp, it's always good for you to revisit this information and rejuvenate yourself with the new information, because everything's always changing. But no, that is it for me. So
awesome. Let me just bring it up here real quick, right? This is what I tell my team, right? I'm not asking you to do agent attraction 40 hours a week. All I need from you, from everybody in this room, is give me 4 hours a week, right? And then next week I'm gonna show you, right? You only need 4 hours for agent attraction, and then trust me, I'm gonna build your group better than my group, right? But I need your commitment. I need 4 hours from you every week. The first hour, build a list. The second hour, invite. The third hour, go to event, like just as this meeting right here. And the fourth hour, you follow up. That's it. So next week, the same time, I'm going to show you how I built my empire using only 4 hours a week and how you can do the same, right? So this is not like a full-time job. I do this thing part-time. I still flip house. I still invest in Airbnb. I still in production. I do this thing 4 hours a week, guys, right? And 4 hours a week could turn into something super significant that you can, that is going to blow your mind, that, you're going to be thankful for. And you just, I don't know what to say, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Does anybody have any questions? Again, there's a lot of information. If anybody has any questions, now's the time. If not, you can always get with me or Hui, or go to our Facebook page and message us, or everywhere. Hui is the cash flow agent. So if you search Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, you can find him there too. So, but does anybody have any questions about the model? If not, again, we can continue to do these a couple times a month just to get everyone involved, and then
yep,
go from there. But
yeah, so let's do this just once a month. We're gonna keep improving presentation, and then guys, this presentation is for you, right? If you have guests, if you have people that are interested in eXp Realty, the best way is to bring them to an event. The second best way is to bring them into a Zoom call like this. Or if you can grab a hold of me or Jeff or your closer, your leader, invite them out for a coffee, right? Again, we're not trying to sell eXp. We make them an offer, right? And then they have the offer. They can either take it or leave it. But at least, you give us a chance to help you. If you don't give us a chance to help you, and then we can help you, right? In the beginning, all I do is like, hey, Jeff, can you talk to this person? Hey, Jeff, can you talk to that person?
yeah.
He turn up my phone. I call him again, right? Just abuse your upline. Make him work for you. Make her work for you. That's how you build this business. This is a team sport. It's not a solo sport.
No, that's great. And don't forget to talk to teams about the Thrive, see if they want to see what eXp can offer them. Talk to brokerages about the boost, see what eXp can offer the brokerage. Doesn't hurt to take a look.
Sounds good. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. We're going to have this recorded, and then we see you on the next Tuesday, right? The 4 hour work week for agent attraction. Don't skip it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to share with you my secret. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Thanks,
Cool. Jeff, thank you so much for today. I'll
No
talk to you
problem,
soon.
man.
All right. Bye.